kindergarten, this is Miss Hartman, and today we're going to be talking about greater than, less than, and equal to. And we're going to also be finding objects in our house, and we're going to be showing how we can show greater than or less than using drawings. So today I'm going to start with objects, and you see I grabbed some checkers that I had from a game, my checker game. And then I have some counting bears here that I found, my blue counting bears. And I lined up all my objects that are the same in a row, and I also started at the same point. So when you gather objects today to compare numbers and sets, you're going to line yours up also like I did. You're going to start at the same spot. So you can see my checkers, I'm going to count those and see how many in my group. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to draw a picture to represent them. 1, 2, 3. And you can do this right on your wipe-off board with your objects. And now I have some bears over here. I'm going to count them, and then I'm going to draw them and see if I can compare my two groups. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 3 little counting bears. Let me draw a circle to match that size. 1, 2, 3. So now that I have a picture representation, I'm going to remove my objects off of my wipe-off board. And I'm going to take a look at these groups. And when I'm looking at these groups, I notice something. What do you notice? That's right, they both have 3. When I count each one, I'm going to do a double check as I count. I'm going to give it a dot. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to write the number 3. I'm going to count this side too. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put a 3 over here. Remember, when I look at this group and I look at this group, this one looks like it's more, doesn't it? Because the line goes so far across my wipe-off board. And this one looks like it's less when I look at with my eye. But they're actually the same because they both had 3. So this is something interesting in math I want you to think about. Sometimes the objects might be really large, or they might be really small. Like my checker was really large, but my counting bear was really small. But it doesn't mean that if it's a long line, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's more. It depends on how large the object is that you're counting, because each thing that you count, you assign a number to. So even though I had 3 big ones and 3 small, they're still the same amount, 3 and 3. But today we're going to be counting some more objects. So sometimes the lines might be long or they may be short. So let me grab my eraser here. I'll just use a little powder erase. And I'm going to try it with some other objects. So when you go in your house today, look around for some objects that are the same. Gather a handful, come back to your wipe-off board, and you're going to first line them up. So I have some butterflies here that I found. 1, 2 butterflies. Oh, and I found, oh look, these are all the same. These are my turtles. So I'm going to line my turtles up. 1, 2. See how I'm trying to make them go right across from the other objects so I can compare them. And when you line them up across from one another, it helps you really to see with your eye how to compare. So I have 2 butterflies, and I'm going to draw a little circle to represent each one. 1, 2, and then I have, how many turtles do I have? Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to make a circle on the side of each of my turtles. 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to take my objects away. Wait a minute, before I do, let me take a look at this. Now earlier when I had an example of these 2 things I was counting, you can tell that the checker is a lot bigger than my bear. But now it looks like my objects are about the same size. So this is one of those examples where sometimes when they're all the same size, you can tell the difference between more and less. So I'm going to take my butterflies away. take my turtles away, and I'm left with my picture representation. And now you can very clearly see this one had a group of, let me count it, 1, 2, I'm going to write my number 2, and this one had a group of 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I can clearly see if I go sideways and I draw a line, I can see that 4 is more than 2. And I can tell just by lining up those pictures and seeing that. Do you see how many more is 4 than 2? Look, it's 2 more. 4 is 2 more than 2. So this one is the winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, we're going to do one more together. And this time, we're going to just do picture representation. We don't need objects for this last activity at all. All we need is our marker. So the first number we're going to try is 8. So you can go ahead and write an 8 down here so you can remember that. And I'm going to draw 8 circles. Okay? 1, 2, slow and controlled, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can go ahead and pause this video and practice making 8 circles in a row like this. Okay, now we're back again, and this time on this side, I'm going to make the number 5. And I'm going to draw 5 circles, but I'm going to try to make the circles the same size. But I'm only going to draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now when I look at my rows, I could even turn them sideways. It helps me to see which one is more. 8 is definitely more than 5. You can see that just with your eye. If I drew a line right across where the 5 are, I can see that there's more in the group of 8, and the 5 stops right here. How many more is 8 than 5? Well, look, I can tell right here. 8 is 3 more than 5. So this is the winner, winner, chicken dinner. Thanks for drawing with me today to help compare our numbers to figure out which one is greater than. Have a great day.